Jacksonville Jaguars. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. This will be taken short. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
General West, hey, Echo.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
180. Check with the 6. Silver. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
We got this.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
The football, and the defense has got it. Oh, a nightmare start offensively. This will be a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play, but now it's third down. Now Trubisky on third and long. Uncorks one for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
64, weak. There's a pot now. Under 10, under 10.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Minshew sets to throw. The open man is Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set, ready? 30 base. Greystone, travel. Go. Under crunch. Under crunch. Shoot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Check 56. So don't say nothing. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Blue down, blue down.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On first down, here's Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Check curls. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
He's checking. Crash.
80 weapon. Hey, orbit.
They're going to look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true.
Let's go. Let's do it.
1st down and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check 56. Danny.
18.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
1st down, Sacramento.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll run on 1st down. Love trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's go, dude.
Work. 13-yard line.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Hey, wahoo!
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 50.
Hey, 18.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky. And it's caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go. Smooth. 60 Pittsburgh. Blue draw Corker.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. You better bring it. Check 26, check 10.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
180! Hey, ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Trubisky now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop.
At the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky going deep for Walker. He rifles one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
General West.
2. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Buzz.
Here we go. Hey, one set.
Get it.
On second down, Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
I'm coming.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Go! Stick the oar.
You better be afraid of me.
Shoot!
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to go up top again. It's caught at the 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Ran, go!
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Topper!
Pull together.
Check. Do. Fight.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Check 55.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, 18.
56, the muck, boys. 56. Check, 56. 9.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Black spot forward. We don't want this. Sponge.
6-6, pull it high.
Now Minshew. And that's caught by Smith. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, foxtrot. Yo, go.
54. Coming this way. Here we go.
Hit it.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about.
Check. Watch 54. I'm going to run you over.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Minshew. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jarrell Casey able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. On 3rd down, Fournette. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the carry, it's Love. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Jaguars' 48-yard line.
Alert!
44's mine.
Throwing on 2nd down, Trubisky. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28.
And the Sacramento first down.
You draw quarters.
Watch the out. 44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Complete. This is Lewis. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Love. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
56, check, 56. Here we go. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Come to my world.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run with Love. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Trubisky to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd and 7, Minshew. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the ready.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now Leonard Fournette. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Check 13. 61. Matchbox lights.
Check Mike 54.
Also snap.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Minshew. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think.
Now Trubisky lost the football. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Topper! Hey, Delta.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 56.
Now Trubisky to throw. It's caught by Davis. And down he'll go at the 25. So they get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
18.
Bravo.
56. Come on, come on. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Now it's Trubisky. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Trubisky, flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. And he will this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Redwoods.
Pilot, 64, weak.
You got blocked.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack. After the sack on first down, Trubisky. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. This will be caught by Brown. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
First down, Sacramento.
Right there, 56. All day, baby, all day.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the 24, Trubisky. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield. And it's third down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8.
The mark, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Move.
56 to Mike. 56.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
For A.J. Brown, incomplete. It's now fourth down.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jaguars, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.